Good afternoon. I am Janet Manuel, and I am the Director of Human Resources and Civil Service. What a great time for the City of Pittsburgh to celebrate the National Health and Wellness Month. But there's also a more important topic that we are acknowledging and celebrating, and that is the National Mental Health Awareness Month. For the City of Pittsburgh, we are very concerned and care for our employees. And we want them to know that whatever they are facing, that whatever they are dealing with, the city supports them and we stand with them. As part of the city's commitment, it's a great honor that Mayor William Peduto will be signing the CEO pledge to end stigma regarding mental health awareness. And we want our employees to know that you have a resource, you have sources to assist you through the Human Resources Department, our Employee Assistance Program. And as we continue our partnership with NAMI Keystone, Pennsylvania, as well as the Staunton Foundation, we will be implementing additional resources that our employees can have access to assist them in whatever manner they choose to use. So to have further words, we are going to hear from, in this order, Christine Michaels, who is the CEO of NAMI, Keystone, Pennsylvania, and after, Jonah Schwager, Executive Director of Staunton Foundation. And then, of course, we will round it out with Mayor William Peduto with his words, as well as him signing the CEO pledge. Christine? Thank you so much.
Thank you, Janet. Good afternoon. I'm Christine Michaels. I'm the CEO at NAMI Keystone, Pennsylvania. NAMI, it's the National Alliance on Mental Illness. The CEO Against Stigma Project is our project that we launched in May because May is Mental Health Month. It is an education and an anti-stigma program for businesses and workplaces. We sort of targeted corporations and with the idea that we could get some big companies in and reach a lot of people. Mental illness in the workplace is an issue that is not studied very much. It's not necessarily that aware, that the CEOs are not always aware that there's issues. And if they are aware, they usually don't know what to do about them. So this program is to first introduce them to the topic of mental illness and how it impacts the workplace and how it impacts their employees. And we had a kickoff breakfast in May, and we had a really good turnout. We had 40 companies come out, and we had them take the pledge, the CEOs Against Stigma pledge, and we're now going to work with their companies and with their HR departments, and we're going to bring trainings in for their employees, and we're going to bring trainings in for their management people. It's a 3-year project, and it is funded by the Staunton Farm Foundation, and I guess this is a good way to segue into Jonah Schwager.
Thank you. I am so delighted to be here today, and I cannot start without thanking Mayor Peduto for his leadership on this topic. This is a very important issue to us. Staunton Farm is a family foundation that gives behavioral health grants in 10 counties in southwestern Pennsylvania. I've been in this position for 21 years, although the foundation's been here since 1937, and this is one of the biggest steps that I think that we've made in improving awareness and information around behavioral health. So let me just tell you that depression is the leading cause of disability worldwide. It costs the U.S. economy over $210 billion per year in absenteeism, lost productivity, and medical costs. That translates into 6 hours of lost productivity a week per person who does not get treatment. 1 in 5 people are affected by mental illness in their lifetimes, and only about a third of them get help. So how can not helping people with behavioral health issues be good for business? It's not. And so we're delighted that we're able to help businesses and communities across our Commonwealth talk about mental health and mental health stigma. Who better than the mayor? This is a signal on his behalf and a change in attitude and a signal of acceptance and support for people who suffer from these types of illnesses. At this time when we are redirecting and rededicating ourselves to a healthy community free of prejudice, hate, violence, racism, anti-Semitism, homophobia, and on, this is the right time to support mental wellness, and we encourage everyone to stand up and stop the stigma. The more people come out and talk about it, the less stigma there will be, and it will be easier for people to come forward. We are not disconnected by the neck. We are integrated people, and mental health is part of health. So we ask you, along with the mayor and along with NAMI, to join us in this cause and to stand up to fight stigma and support the acceptance of mental illness in our community. Thank you.
Thank you, and thanks for the support of creating a program that recognizes, that basically 20% of Americans live with some condition of a mental health situation. When we look at the city of Pittsburgh, and I want to thank you on behalf of 3,500 employees, we look at the individual. We look at the person, and we try to understand the situation that they are in that may be something that they have not had the opportunity to, number one, recognize, or number two, be able to get the help they need. And as the mayor of the city, and with these 3,500 employees, my job is to provide the best services back to the people of the city of Pittsburgh. And to do so, I need to make sure that my employees understand that we are with them in order to help them to become the best that they can be. There is no stigma that should be attached to mental health issues, just as there's no stigma that is attached to physical health issues. And we have to recognize that when looking at that individual, sometimes the things that you can't understand are beyond their control. And they need a little bit of help, a little bit of guidance, and a program around them that supports them. And today, when I sign this, I sign it on behalf of those 3,500 City of Pittsburgh employees who give their time and their services to make life better for the people of Pittsburgh, the visitors to Pittsburgh, and I assure them that their employer will make life better for them. I call out to all other CEOs throughout this city, whether you have 5 employees or 5,000, to sign this pledge with me, to join with me, and to assure your employees are being given the resources they need and that they deserve when we deal with mental health. Our goal is to take this far beyond the walls of City Hall and to hear it and see it all throughout the city of Pittsburgh. And I know on a day like today, 143 Day, throughout the state of Pennsylvania, Mr. Rogers' code for I love you, that we can make that happen. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
The pledge itself deals with 6 key areas. Personal leadership. Educate yourself and other top executives in understanding mental illness and best practices in the workplace. Start by sending a memo to all employees stressing the importance of ending the stigma associated with mental health. And a template can be found at ceos.namikeystonepa.org. ceos.namikeystonepa.org.
Yeah.
Free workplace trainings. Partner with NAMI Keystone, Pennsylvania to bring free educational trainings into your workplace for employees and executive, including NAMI's In Our Own Voice anti-stigma presentation. 3, stigma-free workplace. Work with NAMI Keystone, Pennsylvania to promote productivity by encouraging open dialogue among employees about mental illness. Start by distributing and posting NAMI Keystone, Pennsylvania materials for employees and managers. Helpful health benefits. Examine employee health and welfare benefits to ensure availability of effective benefits for mental illness and addiction. Employee assistance program. Review your company's employee assistance program to ensure it is welcoming to individuals with mental health conditions and effective in providing assistance. If your company doesn't currently have an EAP, strongly consider implementing a program. And finally, CEOs Against Stigma Ambassador. Participate with NAMI Keystone, Pennsylvania through linked websites and media awareness to educate the public about how to move beyond stigma. And the signature. As the City of Pittsburgh proudly joins the network. Thank you, guys.